All right, what is going on, everybody? We are Biggles.
It's Biggles. Yeah,
That is the
that is
Biggles.
correct. Yeah.
I am the Spork, and we are here to talk about, I don't know, a couple different things. I feel like my mic is all messed up. I need to buy a new one. This was like a Temu $5 one, and I
Nice.
gave my buddy from work like my old setup that was definitely a lot better than this one because I thought we
Mhm.
were going to start doing like, two dads bullshit and type podcast.
Uh-huh.
He has to the end of December because he's had it for now probably like 6 months. So,
Oh, I thought you meant like you were ending him at the end of December and he was like, no more. Sporting has eliminated him from all spaces.
all space and life. That could, you never know. You never know. Thank you, lovely Sherry, for being here. You see that now a couple come up under Biggles over there.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
working. Oh, am I live on Biggles as well?
you
Wait,
might.
no,
No, you're
I
not.
don't think so.
Oh, I think I screwed that up. I restarted my account and I didn't change the settings back to you can share. So I'll have to do that for next week. But anyways,
No, no worries.
yeah, sorry about that, buddy. But
Well, we're not talking about anime. None of this
right,
stuff makes sense to anybody on my channel anyway, so.
that's true. That's true. You do have a very niche like
Anime
spectrum of
and
anime.
JRPGs.
Yeah, man.
That's basically me.
Well, we're going to be talking anime later, but we're going to start off with two other topics. One being how much money they're spending on this new Harry Potter series, because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. When I was down in Virginia, and I didn't read it like as a kid, so I'm a weirdo. But I started reading it when I was on a road trip, and my wife sent them to me, so I had something to read. Uh, while I was either waiting for my jobs or back at the hotel, and I read the whole series probably like in a couple weeks, like a month and a half, which I'm a very slow reader, so that was weird. But I always like the movies, and I'm looking forward to this. What may be a shit show of a series lining up. When you race swap Snape, who is bullied in high school by Harry's father and his crew, now you just made it racial. You know what I mean? Like they're not thinking like most of Hollywood. They just are like, look at us, we have a minority now, and it's like you could have changed Hermione. You could have made Harry and his family black. I don't care, but like when you don't think about it, that angers me. But anyways, they're
I
spending. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say I've said this before. If they make Harry black, make his parents still white.
Oh, that
That
would be
way,
great.
when they actually hate Snape and they keep
Yeah.
saying he looks like his father, it could be Snape.
It looks like Snape,
and
dude.
they turn it into like it
That
would be
would be-
hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Yes. Should we go with the rainbow spork?
Sure.
Yeah. I usually have like a little anime setup when you're here, so we'll do that one. And it says the Biggles over you, so that works out perfectly. So
Yeah,
no,
Biggles.
what we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, and then we'll go into. I've been holding off watching the Ironheart trailer, for the MCU
You're
because the
making me
MCU.
watch it with you?
Yes, that's. I thought that would be
Punishment.
great.
What did I
Punishment
do
for
to
both of us.
deserve this, Sporking?
For both of us. I mean, you bought my merch. You were really friendly when we met in Florida. I just
Man,
I don't want to hurt alone. I don't want to hurt alone.
It's okay.
All right.
I'll suffer with you.
Yeah. So we're gonna start out. We'll go back to the Harry Potter little investment they have going. So we have Harry Potter TV series. HBO invests 1.27 bill reportedly building a mini town. So that's just for, I don't know if that's, I think the series is like over 3 billion for 8 seasons, 7 seasons, or 7 books. So yeah, 7 seasons. But like they spent like over $1 billion. I don't know, because I don't read articles ahead of time. I'm totally about the whole they got me type thing, clickbait stuff. But they are building a mini town at Leavesden Studios. So let's see what they have to say. HBO is gearing up for major return to the world of Harry Potter. Um, this time with a fresh television series that aims to reimagine. That's always frightens me when they say reimagine.
Mhm.
A beloved story from page to screen over multiple seasons. Warner Brothers is backing this grand vision, pouring a staggering 1 billion, approximately 1.27 billion, into sprawling new setup. So this is just for the studio. That is like 1.27. Like they are betting the house on this.
So,
Yeah.
so that is for the town, which
Uh,
means
yeah.
okay. So they're going to have like 7 seasons for each year, right? So that would be 1,800 or 1,8100 million 428,571 and 43 cents a year.
That's that, but that's not
for
that's,
for for
yeah.
the town.
Yeah.
So if they're building a whole town, think of what they can do with the town afterwards. So
Yeah.
maybe it is a good investment, and then like they can sell rights to the other people that might use the town later on in
Yep.
films.
Yep.
So it could actually be a good investment.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a guy who knows anything about Hollywood stuff, but
Mhm.
it sounds like it could be a good investment like if it's can be reused after those 7 years,
What's up?
and it's
Yeah.
just part of their budget. I don't know.
I don't think they can. I mean, you're gonna know that's from the Harry Potter series.
Well, they can like always have someone else come in, use it, and then change it a little for whatever
Or
they're
they could
doing,
keep
right?
it as like a park. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be
or they could sell. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
They
really
try and do like a
understand.
little Hobbiton sort of thing, like they did with the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. But this, I mean, I don't know Leavesden Studio in Hertfordshire. So I don't know if they're just like there's a corner of the lot, if it's a huge place, but all I know is you're spending $1.227 billion on a mini town. Now, are you building Hogsmeade? Are you building, like that doesn't include the castle, Hogwarts, or Privet Drive, where his aunt and uncle and cousin live. Like there are so many different spots that you'll also have to add.
For
So
1.27 billion, you're building a city basically.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean legit. Like, are they going to have actual running water, plumbing? Like it's not a facade. They're building the inside. They're furnishing it. Like I would hope it's going to be impressive. I mean, instead of green screen, you're going to have physical, houses and, yards. I mean, that would be really cool, but there are multiple sites in these books. Like Hogwarts is a huge campus, and then you with a lake. Are you going to build a lake? That would probably be CGI. But Hogsmeade would be dope, or God, what's the alley? Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley, that would be pretty dope. Yeah, Twitter. Real quick, Soul. Twitter, I tried to like send out a tweet about the show. I don't know if it went out, so there aren't a lot of people watching at the moment. That is fine. I am happy you are here. Can you guys maybe share it out? Share out the link if you're on YouTube, Rumble, or Twitter. Let people know you're checking this out. Yeah, Pivot Drive just got to the suburbs. Yeah. That would be dope for fans. An ultimate role-playing fantasy after they're done. Like shit, you can rent one of the houses.
Well, remember the last time they spent $1 billion on making an experience for a thing like they did it with Star Wars, and it was around for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're using this for this whole series, and Sporking says it's going to be like 7 series, so it's going to last longer than the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I mean it is. It will be at least 7 seasons, and I'm not guessing they're going to be they would hope to probably get them out every year because you don't want the kids aging so much that they're like in their mid 20s when they're supposed to be, in high school age, because they're going to get the kids at the 11, I think they go into Hogwarts. You would want to grow with them, so I don't know. I don't even know if they've gotten a Harry, Hermione, or Ron yet. I know there was like tens of and maybe hundreds of thousands of kids that applied. I think it was the number 35,000 is in my head, but
I think they've got this. There's a young African American kid they're looking at for Ron.
Yeah,
but they're going to change his name. They're going to change his name to D-Ron.
Well, if it's
that was D-Ron Weasley and all the other ones are like, how would you do Fred?
Lord Thop.
F Red. F Red.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, don't forget there is not a actual physical murdering genocide, but a genocide on the redheads of anything in film or TV or comics. They usually the gingicide. I couldn't remember it. Thank you.
That's also a funny one because they're going to make like the poorest family in the wizarding world.
Oh yeah, dude. There you go. See, those are things they wouldn't think of.
This is hilarious. The guy who was the known traitor and the backstabber is also now a black guy. So that's trustworthy.
That and he has a creepy, instead of like this kind of sweet but still creepy love for Harry's mom, so much so that he loves her so much, even though his son looks like James, who he can't stand. He still cares for the child. He protects that child, and now you're going to make it like, I don't know. He's always been a little stalkerish. So now you're going to have a black actor be stalkerish when it comes to Harry's mom and be a dick to Harry, like child abuse. And also Harry's dad now is part of the Klan because they probably harass one of the only black students in Hogwarts. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid, but let's see what else they have to say about this. And thank you guys, everyone. Polly Gin and Juice. So
I just think it's hilarious that the unintentional racism is added when they don't think things through. Maybe whoever was in charge.
Yeah.
Because I thought I heard somewhere that like she was involved, but not really in the casting. Like the casting director did it, and she was like, "Yeah, whatever, who cares?"
Well, right. She's like, "I'm not gonna fire the guy." Yeah.
We talked about that on here.
She's like, "I don't have the power to, and even if I did, why would I fire the guy?" Like,
I don't know if doesn't she have the power to though? Doesn't she have always last call? No. I'm saying I know the optics she couldn't fire the guy, but I believe she always has in her contract, she has last say in everything. But they did hire an American as Dumbledore, and she was highly against hiring anybody out of the UK, which is, racist. But anyways,
they should just make all the Harry Potter characters American.
Yeah.
And
not like the worst accents.
Not
my God, Harry. Okay.
Yeah, not like Americans who could do accents. Just like someone like me, when I try to make fun of Raging Rhino, I sound Scottish.
Yeah.
Or like in Blue Lock, where they have the Big Five, and they're all guys from different countries playing soccer, and the Brazilian guy speaks with a French accent. It's like they don't know the accent, so they have like the Japanese guys doing like English, and it's like
the worst when they do black characters.
The Brazilian guy has like a French accent, and you're like, what the are these accents? They don't match the characters from their nationality. It's so funny.
I always find it funny in anime when you listen to the dub and a black character is like, "Oh, what's up, my man?" Like every black character except
those are
maybe
dubs.
Lazarus.
So those are dubs. Those aren't even.
I know.
They're not the subs. Like
that's why it's even funnier.
That's why it's even funnier.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grant.
Also, they're getting John Lithgow in there, but like, I mean, I'd pay to see anything he's in.
Yeah,
he's like
he's one of my favorite. Dude, his season of Dexter still by far is the best season of Dexter. Like he is a great actor. He played Churchill. He could pull off the role. And I like what the girl who played Jenny said. Just make sure when you're casting, you are casting to bring out the character from book to screen. They did Jenny wrong in the movies. I mean, it was more like a creepy relationship between her and Harry.
I thought her name was Jenny.
Well, the first Jenny.
I don't know. I can't read, but
it's with a G, you know. But it's maybe Jenny.
I always thought Harry dated her because he could never be with Ron.
You never know.
That was my thing.
That's creepy.
You can't be with the man you love, marry his sister.
Yeah. Now cut your hair short.
Wear
this sweater with an R. What?
He's like, now we're related forever.
We're related forever.
I mean, that's how poor Harry is. The only family he could marry into was the poorest family.
But he's like one of the richest people he's actually very rich. If you break down the amount of the amount of gold in his bank that his parents left him, he's incredibly rich. Which is crazy to think about, but he really is. He becomes so wealthy when he enters the wizarding world. His parents left him a shit ton of gold, which they don't play off too much. I don't even think of the books they really did. He did like realize he's relatable to Ron, and that's why when he first meets Slytherin is, oh my god, I'm blanking.
Draco
Malfoy. Thank you. God, my brain never works. Draco makes fun of Ron for being poor, and that is why Harry rejects him. Like, he right away. It's just like, you're making fun of me.
He's like, listen, I live under a door
under the
stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I could live in a house with 70 people and only 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for his mother's like charm on like the family bond they have, like if he stays with his aunt, it has to be like that has to be his home to protect him from Voldemort till he's like 17. And that's part of like one of the charms that are on the house, like a family bond thing. He could have bought a sweet pad, bro. He had a lot of money.
How is he so wealthy though? I still don't understand.
His parents, okay, so his yeah, they were. His mom was, his father's family was wealthy. His grandfather created, oh god, it was something, a magical like product that made the family rich.
Magical potions.
It wasn't a potion. It was like a hair cream or something. If anybody remembers or knows that's in the chat, let us know. But there is a magical thing his grandfather or great grandfather made on his dad's side that made the family well off. They also are like one of the first, like one of the ancient bloodlines. Like one of the Peveril brothers, maybe the youngest Peveril brother, is their ancestor.
So where he lives, his uncle and auntie's place, how are they related?
Sisters. So his aunt is his mom's sister.
So why isn't she wealthy then, if they're from the same family?
Because it was the dad's money. Harry's dad.
Oh, it's always the man. So she's a gold digger then.
Right.
She is. Well, that's why she made her money having James watch in the corner with our new Black Snape in the reimagining.
Don't you break eye contact.
With his wand.
She made all her money on Twitch, and they shared together. That was their stream.
Oh man, that's horrible. And the aunt hated the sister because she was jealous. There's in the books you'll find that the aunt actually wrote Dumbledore to beg him to let her go to Hogwarts, but she wasn't magical, and that's why she always was angry towards her sister, towards Harry's dad, towards Harry.
Is Harry's mom a mudblood then?
She's a mudblood. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe she's the first of her families. Yeah, so she's straight up mudblood.
Wait, no, wouldn't she? What is it called when your parents have magic but you don't?
You're a squib.
So she's a squib then.
Yeah. No, because her sister has magic, but the parents didn't. She's the first witch in their family that they know of. So like that's like Hermione. Hermione's parents are dentists.
Oh, okay.
She's the first of her family line. So somewhere down the line there must have been a witch, and or mom cheated on dad. You know what I mean? But that's like
always how it is.
Do you think they're gonna spend more time on like the Triwizard tournament?
They better do it correctly. Like that may be one of my favorite books in the series and one of the movies that just did not represent it right. So I would think so. There's a lot of stuff they left out, man. Like the whole house elves working at Hogwarts. Like in the movies, you just assume the food appears magically, but actually underneath the Great Hall is a kitchen where
they've got all their slaves there.
Yeah, pretty much they don't get paid.
Well, they can't, because if you give them a gift, they're free.
No, they are freed. They just don't get paid at Hogwarts. It's weird because when Dobby
that's bullshit. That's slavery, plain and simple. Like,
it is.
That's the same thing without a distinction. Like,
well, and that's the thing they missed in the movies, because Hermione starts this whole organization spew. I forget what it stands for, but it's to fight for better wages and treatment of house elves. Dobby gets paid. Dobby, like Dumbledore was offering
and then
him,
he dies. Coincidence?
Yeah. I don't think
I think not. He deserved it.
Be funny if the aunt couldn't go, decided to report her sister as a witch and they burn her or something. That would be terrible. But yeah, so I think Lithgow, you brought it up a couple minutes ago, Grant. Like the first Dumbledore, Richards, I think is his last name. He played Dumbledore much closer than I forget the second
Gavon.
Yeah, the second guy who played him like aggressively in a way.
Well, because he didn't read any of the material.
No, he didn't. He was honest about that. But it's crazy because like that the biggest moment is when he like tackles Harry into like
Did you put your name in the bloody goblet?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? But everybody else is freaking out in the book, and Dumbledore softly says to Harry, "Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?" And Harry says no, and he believes him. There's moments when Harry sees this powerful wizard, but it's very few in the book. And that's like, he always tries to imagine, why does everybody think he's so powerful? Why does Voldemort fear him? And he doesn't see it until Half-Blood Prince, right? No, the one before that.
Okay.
The Phoenix one.
Prisoner of Azkaban?
No, the Phoenix one. What was the name of their, not Dumbledore's army, but
Dumbledore's army.
No,
the
what?
Rise of Phoenix.
Oh my God, why am I blanking on this?
Don't ask me, dude. I don't know shit about Harry Potter.
Your main subject.
Well, yeah, it's just I know. What the one his parents were in, and then he becomes in
the Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix. Thank you. Jeez.
How do I know that? Isn't that a movie name?
Yeah, it's a movie and book. My brain sometimes doesn't work. But yeah, so back to this though. They're not just, making, like we were saying, they're not just making facades. They say however, what they are building isn't just a set. It's practically a functioning town, complete with roads, towering car parks, and cavernous sound stages. The streets of Little Whinging are being Wingen. I don't know if that's how they pronounce it. Are being paved with serious money. I'll take how you say it though. You're probably right. According to The Sun, this large-scale project goes beyond typical set design. The production hub will include a dedicated school for the young cast. Oh, so this isn't just the set they're throwing all this money into. A medical facility and a special care zone for various animals set to appear in the show. The creatures of the Wizarding World, from owls and rats to spiders and horses, are getting their own backstage treatment. It's all part of a self-contained filming ecosystem. The guy who played Chuck and Shazam,
Levi. Yeah.
What is
Zachary Levi.
That's what he talks about. He's trying to create like a one spot shop type of setup when you're doing films. So there's educational areas for people's families, medical areas. So you could just stay in this, probably like a cult.
Yeah, so they'll also say that's also a protection in case the next pandemic comes along, because we've got everything here. No one needs to go anywhere.
You can't stop it.
Yeah,
that's true. Which is a place where every element of the series can thrive over what's expected to be a long run. Among the standout changes, Pivot Drive is getting a sleek new look. The Dursley home, once gray and cramped, is being reimagined in mock Tudor style. The new aesthetic might signal a subtle shift in tone, but something more aligned with modern storytelling. Oh, Jesus.
So I can't wait till the Cribs episode are going to have funny
Snipes. Wait a minute. Say that again, Grant, because yours was a one-liner and I liked it. Go for it.
Can't wait to see the Cribs episode of Snape's.
Thank you. That's good. Biggles, what did you say?
I was going to say, so the Dursleys are going to have money now?
Yeah, I mean, a Tudor style home. I mean, they're supposed to be like that perfect middle class family that doesn't draw attention to themselves. Like that is their whole
something different in England. You got to understand. Middle class is like people who are earning $800,000 to $900,000 a year. That's the middle class.
Yeah, nowadays you're right.
No, that's what it always is in England. Middle class is the.
Oh, you're right.
The elite.
Yeah, they are the lowest class of the elite.
Yeah,
you're right. They're no, that's true. The class system hasn't been really as important there ever since like the 60s, and then the influx of all the people that aren't English there. But they're in this book series.
England's like a banana. The more that you see, the more that you go back to it, the more brown it gets.
Oh, God. The adult cast is already taking shape. Stepping into the roles of Hogwarts key faculty members are Janet McTeer as McGonagall. Oh yeah, she's a great actress. She's going to be a great McGonagall. I like that pick. That's a good one. I didn't know that one.
It's so hard because Maggie's just like, even though it wasn't what I pictured when I was reading the books to begin with, as soon as I saw her on screen, that was it. I was just like, done.
It's her, right?
Yeah.
She just, first of all, she's one of the greatest. Like her acting. One of my favorite parts. I always wanted to use that spell. When she was all real old. Because it was the last movie. And that's the thing about John Lithgow too. He's like 70.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He said this is his last project. This will take him 6 or 7 years worth of his life that they've said. Because that's the thing, like they've told him that he'll be doing this for 7 years.
Yeah.
Which makes me think it's going to be going for more than 7 seasons.
Yeah, no, because I don't think they're going to be able to get one out a year. You can't do it anymore. And I think they're doing at least 10 to 12 episodes. I hope
that's what I'm
12.
saying. I'm saying for when he's still around in the series.
Because
he's not around in the last part of the books. So
right. But he is in the they could do his filming for the last book, when Harry dies. Or dies. But I mean,
they'll change that.
It could be for he dies in the 6th book, I believe. So like you get to the 6th book, that could be 10 years. Just because.
Or what they'll do is they'll expand a certain part, then they'll compress books 4, 5, and 6 into one season.
And that'll be and then I'll wipe.
They'll do what they did with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I hope not, man. If he passes away, God forbid, you got to replace him. You just don't do a Dan and Dave. Freaking Dumb and Dumber, man. Let's see. Snape is, I can never say his name. Pape Esidu. Papa. I thought it was Pape. Papa.
Papa.
S. What's his name?
Papa.
How do you say his last name?
Esidu.
Okay. As Snape, John Lithgow as Dumbledore, Nick Frost as Hagrid, which is a great Nick Frost.
Low-key, I think that's probably the best casting.
Best casting by far, dude. You know,
guy from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, the guy from Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
The only other one I could probably accept is someone like Peter Kay. They could do the role.
Oh, why can't I imagine who Peter Kay is?
He looks like Nick Frost without a beard.
Okay. Paul Whitehouse as Filch, and Luke Thallon as Quirrell. Fallon. Okay. As Quirrell. The casting for the Dursleys remains under wraps, though announcements are expected soon. Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Yeah, with over 30,000. Okay. And the other Hogwartsers haven't been revealed, with over 30,000 auditioning from hopeful actors. Selecting the right trio for this generation has taken time. Yeah, dude, if they mess that up, it's done. The show's over. You know, like if you don't get the right, and if they make Ron dumb and like just a goofball in this series, I'm going to be pissed, because they gave like Hermione some of Ron's best moments in the books, in the movies. Like Ron is so for Harry, Ron is your window, and the fans, the person watching it, he is your window into the wizarding world. He explains everything that we don't know and Harry doesn't know. You know, that's Ron's purpose, and he is a devoted friend. There are maybe a couple moments where Ron fails, but he always comes back. You know what I mean? So like they made Rupert version of Ron just kind of like a dope, and Ron is surprisingly smart and a diehard, friend. So I don't know. I hope they don't screw that up. And it's supposed to premiere in 2026, yet they have not casted Harry, Hermione, or Ron. I don't know how that's gonna. I mean, even December of 2026, I find that to be hard to believe. But they'll rush it or something.
The guy who they got directing the first episode, he's done 6 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh God, who is he?
His name is Mark Malord.
My lord,
like Mark, my lord, but
take
away the R.
Mark, my lord.
Mark, my lord.
That's great. Man, I don't even know who the showrunners are.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't know who the showrunners are, because they're not telling us who the showrunner is. I got to assume it must be him. If you're directing the first episode, that's got to be you, right? Like,
you would think so. But I don't know. I don't. There's so much casting that needs to be done. You could hold off Voldemort. I wouldn't even think about casting him quite yet, for the simple fact that, you get a young version of him in Chamber of Secrets. You don't see him until Goblet of Fire. So why not see if this movie actually show becomes this big deal? You might be able to get like a Cillian Murphy or, someone of that caliber to play Voldemort.
I think the smart option that they need to do is they need to go with a completely unknown. Do not cast anyone in there. Cast someone who is a diehard sycophant over it.
Yeah.
That wants to bring it in there. Like,
I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with that.
Because, like, I mean, yeah, Voldemort's a big thing there, but he doesn't, in the books, he doesn't have a huge presence. It's not like he's in, 100 pages in every book.
Right.
That's the thing. So,
no, that
you got to
get
someone who's going to take that small amount of time and put everything into it, because they know how limited it is.
Yeah. No, that's someone who's going to put the passion, and we're not going to see the actor. We're going to see Voldemort. Because even with Ralph Fiennes, he did a weird but good job with Voldemort, but I still see him. You know what I mean? So like,
how he didn't have a nose.
I know it took me a little bit, but I got it.
Okay, so this guy is also the producer. This Mark Malod.
Okay, so
he might be
a showrunner type person.
Yeah,
maybe. Anybody in the chat looking forward to this? Let us know.
He directed the episode "I'm Gonna Be a Dad" of The Last of Us.
Oh, so we already know it's going to be a knockout.
It's going to be terrible. Oh God, here we go again. Here we go again. So I was telling Biggles before, I held off watching the Ironheart trailer so that I can react to it live. Because I know it's not going to be good. So I question, is the MCU done? It's probably been done now for a while. There's articles recently I saw, like the director of the Marvels said that the movie I didn't see it. Or did I? No, I didn't. The movie that people saw on screen was not the movie she pitched or the movie she filmed. So, like, what was it? They just chopped it all up and threw something together. Like she stressed. Yeah,
that was
it's a factory. It's a factory.
They're going, oh, we got this person who just won an Oscar for directing. We're going to get her in there, and she's like, she couldn't even do her own action scenes. They already had someone come in and direct it. That's what she's saying.
Yeah,
but she signed a contract. She couldn't talk about it. She couldn't do, know.
And
why do you think they get? They're like, oh, we got so and so who's going to be directing this? Let's look at their credits. They've done one other thing. It's like, yeah, because no goddamn director wants to go into a movie and be told what to do.
It's like the director from the Eternals. Didn't she do the Parasite or something like that, and then came into this, and then it was just like she did one Asian movie that made awards. And then she was just like,
Bon Joon-ho.
You sure?
100% sure, because he's one of my favorite directors.
Who was it?
Bon Joon, who I don't know what film that she did, but let's have a look.
Yeah, we're taking looks. All right, so the director of the Eternals was
Chloe Zhao.
So what did she do other than that?
She won an Oscar for
film. A film. Nomadland, was that? I don't.
Yeah.
That must have been it. All right.
Yep.
My bad.
You remember that film, Nomadland?
Yeah, totally. It's a 7.3. But she even said, like, they already have. You have to have this. This action at this point. This here, and what the MCU gets wrong is they don't lean into. You don't have to make a joke out of everything. Like,
yes, you do.
They just don't want to be dark at all. It's pretty pathetic, actually. I don't know.
Which is weird. They had the surrogate father of a guy who kidnapped a child get frozen in space in front of his eyes.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, it is pretty dark. That is pretty dark.
And remember, the favorite character in the first film was killed off completely and then replaced with another one. And people are like, it's the same character. Groot from the first Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't exist anymore. It's a completely different Groot.
Yeah. No, you're right. The first Groot is dead. He's like maybe an ancestor, grandfather, dad.
He would be more like a son that was produced. Like, how the Namekians breed, where they don't have a woman, they just create a new one.
They just bro it out of their mouth.
Yeah,
whatever the hell that is. That's probably more accurate for Groot.
Yeah.
No, so what happens is this is the thing that they broke with the lore of it. Like he found a fragment of Groot because Groot got blown up from the thing.
Yeah. Sacrificed
himself. He planted it in a pot, and that grew baby Groot. But they're on a fertile planet, which means that there would have been thousands of Groots that are lying around. You're telling me when something when that exploded, not one single shard of Groot landed in the ground?
Maybe there wasn't enough water to grow them. I don't know.
It's a fertile place. It was green everywhere around it. It wasn't like it was a desert.
So it just automatically gets water. I don't know. I live in a desert, so I don't even think plants can grow here except cacti.
Cacti is not a plant, though.
No. Well, there. I know nothing.
There, take that. So what's Scotty doing? He's gone, is he? All right, Beagle, take over.
All right. So the next article is I don't actually have any control in this, but I know he wanted to watch the Ironheart thing, and I know nothing about Ironheart, but I do know what.
What do you want? Okay, this is what you need to know about Ironheart. Ironheart is genius level child, and she was getting too much positive affirmation in her school, and they said you can be anything you want to be. And she's like, don't tell me who I can be, tell me who I can't be. And the teacher went, oh, I don't know, you can't be Tony Stark. And she went, what do you mean I can't be Tony Stark? And then she steals some of his tech, and then she makes the Ironheart suit.
Yeah,
that's her origin story.
All I know is I heard in the comics that she stole Tony Hawk. Stole Tony Hawk skateboard and became the greatest superhero of all time. You know? Yeah, Tony Stark's tech. Yeah, that's all I knew was she stole Tony Hawk's tech.
The reason that she did it was because she asked the teacher to tell her what she can't be, and they said Tony Stark, and then she got angry that they said that.
What a fucking stupid person.
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be intelligent? Didn't they change the ratings and made her more intelligent than like Reed Richards?
She's supposed to be more intelligent than anyone.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Like they had that with Shiri, you know, the 14-year-old Wakandan princess who was apparently smarter than Reed Richards.
Yeah, when people are smarter than Reed Richards and Doctor Doom in the Marvel universe, you're like, what the fuck? Those are like two.
What was their story? It's like, well, she grew up in the Bronx. And you're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And well, she works all the time. Like, when did she have time to study? How has she got this? Is she a mutant? Okay, I get it. No, she's just a human. What's a superpower? Okay, she can steal things. Cool.
What, Riri?
Yeah. I was explaining to him the comic, like in the comic books, what her actual story is in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is in the comic book, Scotty?
Not really. I mean, I from what I've heard, but no one's really broken it down.
She was getting too much praise. She could be anything that she wants to be, and she got the shit to the teacher. She says, "Don't tell me who I can be. Tell me who I can't be." And the teacher went, "I don't know, Tony Stark." And then so she got the shits that she's like, "I'll prove you wrong. I can be Tony Stark."
So she did it out of spite.
Yep, on her own request. That's the thing. It's like, but I'm sure it won't go down like that in the series. It'll be some white teacher yelling at her, telling her that she's not going to be anything.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You don't have a chance. Well, let's take a look at it and see what happens.
I haven't actually seen it, so I have no idea whether it's going to be any good.
All right.
We got a Disney Plus thing. And
we're ready.
A Jarvis UI looking thing. There we go. We got what looks like maybe a boat in the distance. Like
they usually live on water. Yes, I've noticed that.
That's the guy from like Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's not the dude.
Google's a good director.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually miss.
Well, I think he got really messed up by the loss of Chadwick Boseman. And you know, in the moment you ask a guy, we're not replacing him. But like, dude, characters get replaced. You know, the actor isn't bigger than the character. You know, like Chadwick Boseman, I really liked his Black Panther. I thought he played the part great. And finding out after how sick he was doing it, like unbelievable. The dude just unbelievable.
Oh, so he's just an executive producer on this. He's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so he paid the money to get it made.
She about to break in?
Probably.
Hello?
Oh, it's closed. Let me go into this establishment.
Yeah. Oh man, she's got sass.
For real?
Oh, Riri.
Oh, you got stuck in an elevator in a building you shouldn't be in.
What? There's a bomb?
In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
So she breaks into a building because she actually had an interview here and it looked like it was condemned. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go to this, break into this closed building, go in this elevator and be like, oh, this is where my interview is. Your interview, you got 3 minutes or you're going to die. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Worst escape room ever. What is weird? Yeah, like they're very like not clear. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out what's going on.
Screw this.
She just knows what the wires do.
What?
Wait a minute. Did she just rip that off? Okay, hold on. Come on. I didn't know Riri Williams was superhuman.
Okay.
She's got to be kind of strong if she's doing that, man.
Yeah. It's an old building. Maybe.
Riri Williams was a
Okay.
genius. So,
you went around. Fuck you.
I don't know. He looks kind of creepy. He looks like the guy that's like not allowed to buy schools and like.
So
is he wearing a cape?
Yeah, is he the sidekick / love interest, or is he the bad guy?
I don't know.
But he has a wad of cash he's giving her.
He's the one who's like, here's all this money, go rob Tony Stark because he's dead now.
Yeah. Now, let's not forget this was announced a little, I think, over 5 years ago. Like, I don't know when they started filming, but I know they didn't want to make this just because like they were like, oh, thank God for a pandemic. And then it was like kicked down and people are just like, whatever happened to Riri? And I don't know.
She's one of the lowest rated superheroes and popularity of like all time. They're like, yes, we need a Riri Williams movie.
Well, I mean, from what I can see, it is one of these things where
is this a movie or a series?
Series.
Oh yeah, it's a series. Sorry, I don't know anything about this. But this is the first time I'm interacting with it.
From what I could tell, from what I've gathered, this is, an attempt to replace Tony Stark with, someone who's not a white male, but you then make her a thief. Like, what? Why couldn't she just be a really good, like, kid who was really smart and just had, rough time because of where she's growing up? But yeah, I don't know. It's just bad optics.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Great.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working?
All right, I like that part. Oh, hey,
yeah,
this is funny, but the guy after this, he's in the show Lucifer in the episode where Lucifer thinks the guy killed his dad, and it's like his favorite restaurant to eat at. I just recognized him, and I thought he was a pretty good actor. So maybe he'll carry the series in the small parts he's in.
Well, you're hoping the small parts help big.
I'm hoping because it's going to need all the help it can get.
Like me, say you think he killed Lucifer's dad? You mean God?
No. Lucifer thinks that he killed his dad.
Right. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Lucifer thinks that character killed that character's dad.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, sorry. I speak no good English.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
important.
Iconic.
It's a brand new.
Oh, God.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision.
Who is this character? Is he from the comics? Like,
is he the one stealing all the money?
I don't know. I'm
don't
wondering.
know. As I said, I don't know what character he is. So
yeah, they're not giving us much. Okay.
But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some
Wait a
questions.
minute. Was that Han Solo? Young
Maybe.
Han Solo? Yeah, it's that kid who played Han Solo.
it is.
Oh man.
He also
He's
looks
coming
like
up in the world.
he's
Yeah. Well, Disney owes him one after that shit show. They threw him a bone.
So they gave him
Alden-
this our show.
Yeah.
Alden Enrich, something like that. Alden Enrich.
Yeah. Ulrich.
Ulrich,
Some-
yeah, something like that.
Something
yeah.
that. Oh, thanks, Soul Assassin. Yeah, vote for my kid, Little Spork, for Junior Ranger. That is the link. So you can vote once. I think you might have to have Facebook to do it, but if you can.
I didn't have
Biggles.
Facebook. I didn't have Facebook to do it.
You didn't. And Biggles, thank you. He donated $10 so he could vote 10 times, but you can vote for free once a day. So she went from, ever since I posted that yesterday, she went from 9th place out of 81 kids to 5th place. So if you guys can vote, I'd mean a lot.
You can vote every day. I'll do it again.
Yeah, once a day. Yep. Funny thing is, I heard he was good as Han. He was good as no. The kid's a good actor, but not Han Solo.
The free vote is with Facebook, so I can't vote again.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? All right.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was two different movies in one. It was really weird. It was a bad movie. All right.
Has had to do some questionable things.
What was that? I gotta go back. What is this hologram she's making?
She's building the Iron Man suit. So instead of making her a thief,
Is that
or wait,
supposed
maybe she's making another woman
like a Jarvis?
that
A
looks like
hologram Jarvis?
that definitely looks like a girl's body.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely has a little more than she does. So yeah. All right.
Do some questionable things to get it done.
She's making a catfish version of her so she can make more money. There, we figured it out.
Wait a minute. Is this Cape Kid? There he is. Oh, you see the cape right behind the guy? So this kid must have some powers.
Cloaking.
That's him right there. He had to do questionable things. So all her tech is stolen money. That's great. I mean, yeah, that poor guy didn't deserve that. All right.
Maybe they'll make her a villain.
Who, Riri?
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
Yeah. Got to do that stupid, like, make it rain up in here. God, this is so bad.
Riri.
Yeah, he's the bad guy, I
He's
guess.
bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot. You know nothing about this man.
Was that Doctor Strange with guns?
Yeah, pretty much this guy is Doctor Strange with guns. So
No, that's the suit, right? That's the Doctor Strange suit. Someone was walking around in the Doctor Strange cape
no, it's
with
that,
guns,
it's that,
right?
no, it's that guy again. That's him.
Not, well, I thought his cape was black.
It was, but maybe now it's red. Oh no, that guy has darker skin, it looks like.
That's like
Maybe.
the Sorcerer Supreme's cape.
Yeah, a little bit. You're right.
Or it looks like it.
So my hypothesis is he helps her build her suit with stolen money so he can have an arch nemesis, or she can have an arch nemesis in him. That's what it kind of seems like.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
Oh, God.
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
I trust Han Solo. He's got to live, laugh, or love.
That was funny. I'll give him that. Yeah, this is worst part is I'm gonna watch it because I have to know now. I have to know.
I'm sorry.
I have to know.
Will you forgive me?
Forgive me.
I'm not watching it at all. I
No.
won't even know about it. When you guys all start talking about it, I'm going to be like, I don't want to watch this, and we'll wait till like you start talking about something I like, and then I go back in.
Did anybody watch Andor, the second season of that? I've heard mixed reviews. So it's like a Star Wars series about the people that stole the plans to like Rogue One. Did you see Rogue One? The movie?
No.
Okay. And you ever see Star Wars?
Yes.
The original one? New Hope. So
it was about like Kyle Katarn and all that?
Well, it's about the people that stole the plans to the Death Star.
Wasn't that Kyle Katarn and his friends?
Is that EU type thing?
Well, it's like a video game, isn't it?
Oh, I don't think so.
That like shows who stole it, right? I don't know. I don't remember much. But
yeah, the Hood is definitely the villain. Oh, the Hood. Oh God. Is that right?
Let's see. What does Google say? Who stole the plans for the Death Star? Jyn Erso. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, that's
Jyn Erso is one of them. But it's not about her. It's about Andor, the guy that was with her. I can't remember, dude.
Were stolen. The original ones were stolen by Phoenix. I don't know who that is.
Well, okay. all I know is they have a series. It's said to be Star Wars, but it's very not. It's more like it's darker. It's espionage. It's this, that. The first season was slow, but I've heard mixed reviews about the second season, so that's why I was wondering if anybody watched it. Okay, let's see. Who is Ironheart's villain? The Hood. What is his powers? Okay, we're just going to take a quick look at this, guys. Sorry. And then we'll move on to the Biggles Corner.
Yay.
All right, so. Oh, see there? Andor Season 2 ending explains whose baby was that? What? Okay. There's a baby mama. It's almost like they heard me. Like, top two ones are Highlander reboot with former Superman Henry Cavill gets release date window. Dude, I didn't know he was doing Highlander. I want to see that now. Okay, not bad. So the Ironheart anime has made fans wonder who exactly is the man in the red hood. Viewers get flashes of Anthony Ramos Parker Robbins, better known as the Hood in the comics. Many believe that Robbins will be the show's main villain. Furthermore, if the rumors are true, his powers could come from Marvel's devilish demon. Oh, are they talking about Mephisto?
Sorry, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Whose fans have been clamoring to see since WandaVision. So is Mephisto going to be in this show?
Wait. Is the guy in the cape Mephisto?
No, it's the Hood.
Oh, fuck off. That's not the Hood.
That's what they're saying. They're saying in an upcoming Ironheart series, Anthony Ramos, Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, appears to be the main villain. He is more than just a small-time crook, as he may have made a literal deal with the devil. Rumors suggest his powers in the MCU come from none other than Mephisto, the Marvel version of Satan. A shot from the trailer shows Parker Robbins in pain as glowing runes mark his body, hinting at a power of mystical, dangerous, possible.
The powers all just come from his cloak, though. Right?
Oh, see, his back though was in the.
Yeah, I had a phone call, so I didn't see the end of the trailer. So.
Oh man. Well, that sucks. Let's Let's go to Sporking News. Stop right there.
He's Parker Robbins then. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, they're fucking scraping the barrel for these D-list bloody
villain
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just gonna go to that end part. See it. You don't even know this man. She says, right. Yep. Back here.
Iconic.
It's a brand new.
Iconic.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision.
But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew.
I could chew a lot.
Wait, is that a comedy?
You know nothing about this man.
He's got these mystical powers and everything, and he's walking around with 2 Berettas.
2 Berettas, and he has like this thing growing on his back from runes of some sort. Okay. That's enough.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's from I don't know a lot about the character. Just that he got his powers from his cloak.
Right. Well, at least they're not wasting a good villain on Scrappy series. I think she meant to say crappy, but she didn't want to swear.
I think he can turn into a demon or something like that, or there's a demon person. There's something along those lines.
He could have gotten powers from Mephisto. I mean, it would make sense. Oops. What are his powers? It's just Parker Robbins is just a down on his luck thief trying to support his sick mother. Isn't it always that story? But during a robbery, he kills a demon and steals its enchanted cloak and boots. These items give him power like flight and invisibility at first, only when holding his breath, but his control grows over time, only when holding his breath. The cloak isn't just magical, it eventually connects Robbins to Dormammu, one of Marvel's most powerful demonic characters. As Robbins leans deeper into dark magic, well, that was, you said, like,
this is okay. This is what I don't get. Why do we have that sort of character versus Ironheart?
I
That's
mean,
a
he's
Doctor Strange sort of thing. Like that's because I think what they're doing is they're still setting up the champions. So
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is I think because so far we've had the Kamala Khan series.
Yep.
We've had the Kate Bishop series. Hawkeye.
Yeah, Kate Bishop series, right?
So this will be the Riri one. We had the little gay kid from WandaVision.
Yep.
He's there. What's the name? The chick that played America Gomez, Doctor Strange.
Okay, yeah, America. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah, that whiny.
So this is the last one for the setup before they do the champions.
Yeah, you would think so. I wish they used Tony Stark's daughter instead of
having a Mephisto, like a demon type level creature versus someone from like that essentially street level Iron Man doesn't make any sense. You could say, all right, well, that would be a better bad guy for the champions. They've all got to come together to defeat. Right. But then again, every time Marvel has done a TV like what do you call it, group together, it's like the Defenders came together to fight a little old Chinese lady.
Right. Right. Oh man, it is dumb. I don't even know. It is just dumb. But we're done with that. And we're going to move on now to what we're now calling, it is going to be, hold on, let me do this real quick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Before I do anything, it's the Biggles Corner.
Lights up, the screen is glowing. Sporking news, high tension Biggles. Metsが命をかけて
That's right, people. The Biggles met. And this is his corner every Thursday night. Oh, shit. I forgot to turn off the music. Okay.
Hi. So in the thumbnail, it says, "Are the Crunchyroll
first?" Because he's kind of put Biggles in your spot, swap spots around.
Okay. Oh, I should be the true leader of the channel. Okay, so what the fuck? Okay, so in the thumbnail it says Crunchyroll awards fixed, right?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why it says fixed is we think Solo Leveling is going to win Anime of the Year because of how many dumb people
for the most votes. They've earned it.
Yeah, but I want to show you what the judges look like for the Anime Awards, and let's see how many people you would trust in this first row once it pops up. We'll say a number of how many people you would trust, right? In this group, how many people would you trust based on just looking at them? Two. Okay, you would trust two.
I thought that third bloke was Ryan George for a second then.
Yeah. I think the first and second guy watch anime.
Okay. So we think we'll trust two here. Now what about
Play
here?
along if you're in the chat.
What do we think of this, bro?
Anna Williams?
None. Who is she?
She's I'm going to use the term loosely, a writer.
She's a blue hair.
Yeah, and when
of course, freaking Lorenzi will be in there. She has like no followers yet. She gets invited to all these events.
Wow, you know everybody.
So would you trust any of these guys? Maybe the guy
that
has a Luffy hat.
No, I wouldn't trust that either.
I don't trust anybody with the big three stuff.
Maybe Ben. Why does Lorenzi? Have we talked about her in past years?
I don't know who she is.
She's just a TikToker, YouTuber, Instagram person, but she's always, you know how there's plants in there. I'm convinced she's one of them.
Right.
She's a plant.
Yep.
Like photosynthesis kind of plant.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. What about this row? We should definitely trust a guy with Spider-Man in his profile picture when it comes to talking about anime, right?
Maybe the first guy.
Maybe the first guy.
Maybe the third. I'm kind of going. I'm prejudging a little bit.
All right. What about here?
Hey, Chili Rex. Nice. Yeah.
He kind of looks like Francisco Lindor. I'd trust him.
Chili Rex is cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. This chick looks like she would complain about every anime that has any fan service in it at all.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
This guy looks like he'd be a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Yeah.
I might trust him.
Or Pokemon.
This guy can't even have an actual picture of himself, so I already don't trust him.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd go with the second guy.
You trust this guy for your anime knowledge? A musician and a podcaster?
What is he? What does it say?
Musician and podcaster.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I'd trust anybody in this row. Let's see. Probably wouldn't trust anybody in this row either.
Yeah, I don't know any of them now.
I looked up what Anime Hunch was, and like I looked at some of the comments, and they were just like, "Look, another AI written article." So I guess they use like AI to write their articles. And also they had like top 25 hottest women in anime, and they had the granny from Dan to Dan in the top 10. So I already don't trust anyone from this site would say.
No,
we're going to go down. maybe trust this guy, but shouldn't really trust anyone that's like. Well, no, I can't say that because I know his favorite anime is Naruto, but he's seen way more anime than me. So
I feel like that guy's going all in. But we'll give him at least that.
And maybe Fabian.
Yeah, because he works with the dubs. Who knows what this guy votes or
like some of these guys. These guys might write about anime and manga, but it might just be a job to them.
Yeah, it could
be like a passion.
It could be like the guys that
copy kitty.
They write about Dragon Ball Z all the time, but everything they get about Dragon Ball Z is wrong.
Yeah.
Fucking nah. Get anime, get play. That nope.
No.
Oh, I'm going the guy in the end. His name's Goku.
Okay, yeah, you got to go with Goku.
Okay, we'll trust this guy. His name is Goku.
Yeah.
I tried to look this person up. I couldn't find them anywhere, so they must not be a very good in it.
I think that's a dude.
The second dude. Yeah, sure, Jessica.
Okay. That's where the money's coming from. The one on the left.
Okay.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
I don't know what this anime therapy is, but this guy looks like he has at least 10 waifu pillows. So we're going to trust him.
Okay.
The amount of waifu pillows this guy probably has, probably in the double digits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Probably wouldn't trust anyone here. Maybe this guy, actually.
Yeah.
And maybe this dude.
Where's Joe? What is he from?
Otaku News.
Okay.
So he might, but
what about
who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Mainstream establishment. You can't trust him.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Anyone here?
Maybe the first girl.
Psychologist and a podcast host.
Okay, no.
I don't. And then this one's an anime and gaming influencer. So maybe she's like me.
A freelance critic. So a critic that you can hire.
Yeah. So I wouldn't trust him.
That's going to be an honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a freelance critic. Like I thought that was the whole point. You're your own person.
Oh, right. What about here? Maybe like two. Maybe you could trust this guy. Who knows?
Yeah.
You gonna trust the guy in the colorful outfit? It looks like he's about to sell you a car.
Well,
he's an art director, though.
An art director, so I'd trust him for like maybe some of the animation categories. I probably wouldn't trust him on writing.
Yeah.
How many fucking judges do they have?
Yeah. Wait, dude, who are all these people?
I might trust her because of how much manga she has behind her, but that could be just like a set. Who knows? The wonder of anime, so maybe
Yeah.
I'll trust this guy.
The wonder of anime. I've heard of that.
I don't know. We could look it up if you want. I'm not trusting anybody here. Unless we're talking shonen with this guy, maybe.
Maybe.
He looks like he loves shonen.
Yeah.
Okay, so the wonder of anime. I've seen this one. Yeah, it's an anime news and review place purely simply just for anime only. So
how do I become a judge? We talk about anime.
I don't know. Maybe we have to get a better podcaster.
Yeah, that's true.
No, trust me. You get bigger numbers than some of these people.
I believe it. I said I might trust this guy because he looks like my friend's brother.
Yeah.
Does that say the showrunner for One Piece?
Yeah, for the Netflix one, probably. So maybe we'll trust him because
I'll go with Megan too. What is she?
Deputy editor of Screen Rant. Definitely not trusting her.
Nope.
Trusting anybody. Look, we got tricked because she's got all these anime figures, but once you see Screen Rant, they get everything wrong.
Yeah,
I've probably read some of her articles.
I wrote a few articles now. Yeah, everything that I've done is wrong.
I feel like I might have read some of her articles on Screen Rant and said this is completely wrong. They don't understand this anime at all. Maybe I don't know. Maybe two.
Who's the third one?
Naomi Matsuda, anime content creator.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
I don't trust this guy just from the background.
Yeah.
But it says syndication
gum or something.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But maybe trust him when it comes to like animation because he's a digital specialist. So like maybe like the animated things. We'll trust this guy because he went full drawing.
Holy shit. Look at that guy at the end. He's such a Chad.
This guy?
Oh, fuck. What's his name?
Olaf Fries. Yeah. We're trusting
what
him.
What did he do?
Editor and Giga? Gija?
Of Giga Chad, maybe.
Yeah. I'll trust this dude. This guy looks like I don't know what ungeeked is.
Yeah.
But this guy definitely looks like he has a bunch of body pillows too.
Oh God. The guy with the
I haven't
cat,
recognized
maybe?
anyone for a while.
This is anime fan, so maybe I'll trust him. I don't trust someone with a cat. But his name is wait, no, his name is Otaku. Okay, maybe we'll trust him.
Hold on one second. Soul Assassin, I also check Screen Rant all the time for cringe material. All right.
There was a guy who did a few articles on there. Really smart guy. I'll send you a few of his links.
I think I know like this website, Reanime. I think I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
What do you call that hairdo?
I don't know.
Shock.
This is another anime hunch guy. The one that everybody's like, this looks like they have AI articles.
Okay.
Right.
The first guy's like a Pokemon guy, right? Snorlax. I think that's a character.
Yeah, he's a Pokemon guy, but so who knows if I would trust him on other anime. This guy has a banana on his head, obviously trustworthy. You know, he's like, look, guys, I have a banana on my head.
I'm totally.
Look how many judges there are. Like,
this is insane how many there are.
And I'm skipping all these guys too. Creator of Solo Voice. Okay.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that Urkel?
Yes.
I'm going with Urkel.
All right. Well,
Tommy Weaver Jr. Yep.
This guy is for Polygon, so obviously we're not trusting him.
No.
This guy looks like he's going to try hard. So, but he's Canadian, so we can't trust him. This one has an Attack on Titan, so maybe.
I'll go with the first girl because I feel like, she might have got picked on in school for watching anime.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe this guy too. Maybe we could trust, or this guy's IndieWire, so we're not trusting him. We could trust this dude. Look at this. He's like, I'm too cool for this.
Yeah.
We could probably. This guy looks like he likes shonen. We could probably trust him.
Yeah,
he's a professor. Look at his name.
Yeah, we could trust that. We could probably trust these. Maybe this one. I don't know. They have a cat. Actually, we can't trust him.
Was that Yumiko down the bottom?
Yeah.
Watanabe? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with her.
All right. So those are the judges, right?
Now, let me ask you a question. It's open to fans.
Mm-hmm.
So what are these judges judging?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me. Is there anything that describes like
anime?
Yeah, but
so I'm pretty
how it works. Go to how it works.
I'm pretty sure the judges have more say. A panel of judges from the anime industry select the final nominees in each category.
Oh, and then we all voted on them. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to how much we shouldn't trust these judges. Let's go to where is it? Category Best Isekai. Let's go. Where is it? Where is it? Best Isekai anime. So these are the best isekais. Now, I have a list on my my anime list that has 22 new animes aired in 2024.
Oh yeah,
this one right here, Suicide Isekai.
Terrible.
On my anime list, out of these 22 new ones, it is rated 17th.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Shangri-La
so it's gonna win.
Shangri-La Frontier.
I like it.
It's not an isekai.
It's not isekai, no.
It's not an isekai.
What would you call that when they're just playing a video game? Fully in verse. That's not isekai, but what is it?
It's an action fantasy.
Okay.
But they're
we're gonna have
they
to come
go
up
to
with
different video games. It's not even like this is not an isekai. This is rated 17th out of 22 new isekais. Right? ReZero. Only half the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jobless Reincarnation. Only half of the arc was in 2024.
I was gonna say, I thought that was 20.
Only half of the arc was in 2024.
Okay. All right.
Konosuba, full season in that time. Reincarnated as slime, there's that, right?
Yeah.
But when I look at my anime list and just filter it for isekais only, I'll share my screen, right?
Yep.
Again, I gotta switch.
Good.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't know how to switch it without doing this.
This is fine. You're okay.
So these are 7.8s, right? I don't know what time Reincarnated as a Slime did, but I know Reincarnated as a Slime is actually highly rated. But there's a lot of these isekais, right? Look, it's a 7.69. So if we go back here, it's not as good as Moonlit Fantasy, right? Moonlit Fantasy didn't get voted on, right?
It didn't?
But it's not in best isekai.
It's not in the line.
Because
You're right.
Suicide Isekai has to be in there, and so does Shangri-La Frontier. That isn't an isekai.
Oh man.
Right? So they have non-isekais in here.
Yeah.
Nothing from Summer was for isekais up there. But then we have ReZero, obviously.
Yep.
This one. Villainous is not as high as it, but this is one of my favorites. So
yeah, it was very good.
And as much as I don't like how season 3 was,
right?
You can't say From Commonplace to World's Strongest isn't a good isekai. I mean, it's better.
Up and down. Just take it.
Sorry.
Keep it so I can see it. My eyes are going like this.
Sorry, I was just trying to show the numbers.
I'm with you, buddy.
As we go through. So these two are both higher rated, right? Yep. The reason why this one's lower is because the Rudy ED arc. Or wait, no, this is a Praiser.
Yeah.
That's not Jobless Reincarnation. I saw this chick right here, and I thought that was Roxy. Okay, weird. So let me go back to
keep scrolling. I wanted to see there was one below this. The one on the right, Loner, was great. Was that?
Yeah,
but that wasn't 2024.
No, it was. But Loner Life isn't going to be better than the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
It's also from a different. It's on High Dive and not Crunchyroll.
That too.
But
we have these better isekais that didn't even get voted in.
Okay, so Summer.
If you think that's bad, wait till you get to the best main character one.
Well, let's go to best main character then.
Okay.
It's not letting me change this. Hold on. Best main character. That's best character.
Are you going to
design.
put it on the screen, or are you just going to
hold on? I gotta figure out how to do this correctly.
Just cut and paste it.
I mean, this is your corner, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
man.
I know. I know. Well, this.
I'm embarrassed.
I use a different thing now. I don't use StreamYards anymore. Okay, best main character, Freerin.
Okay.
So let's talk about Freerin.
Great show.
Because Freerin finished in 2024, it's allowed on here, but it's a 2023 show.
But is she the best main character? You know what I mean?
No.
Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
2023 show.
Right. It's
also,
going right now.
Apothecary Diaries is also up for best anime of the year.
Yeah. But it's really good.
I think it started at the end of December or December. It's this year. So how is it 2024?
Well, because it ended in 2024.
But
the first season.
That's so dumb.
They shouldn't be in this category because they're from 2024 or 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we have both Momo ISA and Okarun. So we have two from Don to Don.
Don to Don.
Yeah.
And then we have
that's the thing.
Jinro.
Which one's the main character then?
Yeah, you're supposed to have the main character.
Who's the main character and who's the support?
I would say she's the main character.
Well, also they're both in support as well.
Yeah, truth.
Right. So this I think next one is support, right? Best supporting character. Fern Himmel, look how dumb these things are.
Yeah. No, I'm with you now on this.
It's Turbo Granny and why do you have multiple characters from the
Turbo Granny as best support?
The cat, yeah,
that'll win.
I guess, yeah.
What is? What's another one? Oh, best original anime, right? I don't know what makes it an original anime? Does that mean it has no manga? Does that mean it has no manga?
I don't know.
I don't know how this.
They don't even tell you. Is there a little eye next to the anime thing?
Yeah. An original anime showcase the storylines not adapted from source material. Okay. So this is just created by what's it called? So they just made it as an anime.
Right. So winter 2024 had MASH. Okay. He's a great main character. Classroom of the Elites is pretty good. You had The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic was winter 2024. I haven't seen one thing from that. And that was probably one of my...
It's not on there.
It's my favorite from
it should have been in Best Isekai because it is on my anime list. It's one of the top 6 isekais of that thing. And we had one that wasn't even an isekai on there.
Yeah.
And we made fun of it.
The one that made me laugh was the best ending sequences. I'm just like, really? This is your...
Yeah, that's just stupid.
But to be fair, I've listened to this 700 times. So
there's one that should win. There's only one.
And who's that?
I don't know the other endings. Well, I voted for this because I've listened to this song.
That's the only one to vote for.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
But it's not going to win.
It's up
for 3 awards, and that's it. It's too many.
Nobody?
It's by One Republic, and it goes through each of the characters as a slideshow as it's ending. It's from it's One Republic.
That's the name of the show.
One Republic is the band. You know It's Too Late to Apologize. Those people, they sing Nobody from the end of Kaiju number 8.
Oh, this is like best song. Okay, I'm sorry.
Best
I missed
outro.
Outro. Gotcha.
But some of these are dumb. Best new series and anime of the year are in this, right? So the fact that Freerin and Apothecary Diaries are in Best New Series when they started in 2023, it finished. Because it finished in 2024, they should have been in here.
Now, I wonder if they were in 2024's awards. You know what I mean? Like they got it twice for being like halfway in.
In 2023, you mean?
Yeah, like
maybe.
What I'm saying is they started in 2023, ended in 2024. So are they in last year's awards?
These are the 2024 awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just do all of these are from 2024.
So who won?
Well, we don't know yet.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's happening in 2 days.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it started in 2023. So was it in last year's award season, 2024's awards?
No.
Okay, because this is 2025's awards, but it's really 2024. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the stuff is from 2024.
Yeah. How did Moonlight Fantasy not get? That's dumb.
They
also
it's because of those judges.
Yeah.
The category of must protect at all cost character. Is that something that you really want to win?
The only one who should even be on here is Anya.
What about the new gate?
I must protect Okaroon. Are you kidding me? Like, this is why we don't this is why I showed you the judges beforehand. We must protect Okaroon at all costs. Why? The dude has no nuts.
Yeah.
That's what
He's got one back. I thought he got one back.
Well, okay, he's got one nut. Who fucking cares? We don't need to protect a dude with one nut.
Just letting you know he got one nut back. Jeez.
Must protect at all cost. Freerin's the strongest fucking person in that universe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is.
We protect her.
That's dumb. That makes no sense.
Right?
Like, how did bartender? Like, how did bartender Glass of God not get in any of the categories? Because I don't think I remember seeing it in any of the categories.
Well, it's because the judges are fucking stupid, and they're like, "Look at this. What was this one? Best supporting character? We already did that one."
Understand, most of these people don't watch it. They're only going by one, what they've heard. Two, when they've asked someone else, "What's that one?" They're not going to watch the obscure ones that have a weird title.
Right.
You know the reason why Dan to Dan is in so many things? It's because it's one of the only names that they can actually pronounce.
Right.
And then, best new series, right? Because these technically continued. They're in the wrong category.
Yeah, I was going to say they should be in best continuing series.
Yeah, because it continued on in 2024. So the fact that the best new series and anime of the year are the same shows, right? Listen, Soul Leveling season 1. I know I had people be like, "What? You didn't have Soul Leveling season 1 in your top 5 for new shows last year?" No,
I might have been one of them.
Season 1 is not that good.
Season 1 wasn't as good as season 2 was really good. Season 1.
All right, guys, I gotta head off. I'll catch you
all right, later.
Thank you, buddy.
But so when we look at Soul Leveling, they cut out a lot of the story. They cut out a lot of character development and focused all on the animation. So Soul Leveling is your power fantasy. Right. And in 1, you only get a couple episodes with the power. Without season 2 and the most hated episode of season 2, Soul Leveling season 1 is just
Yeah.
But that one thing, everything he worked up to in season 1, in the most hated episode of Solo Leveling season 2, is the most important for season 1.
I mean, have you seen anything with what's her name? Speaks Russian to hide her feelings?
Oh yeah, Speaks Russian. So I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh, it's great.
I have to try to get over the fact that the sister is like it's
the
best when it's blood related.
Because she's joking. Yosan Newbie Adventurer. That one's great. That was a new one in this year. What are the best new ones again? Let me see that.
The best new ones are the same as these ones.
That's ridiculous.
Freerin, like these two shouldn't be on here just because they continued in 2024.
Yeah,
that's why I said in my list. That's why we said we couldn't have it. And I had two in my top 5. I had 2 villainous animes because obviously those are my kind of animes. But like I also had Kaiju number 8 was my best one, right? I voted for Kaiju number 8 a couple times on here.
Yeah.
Because season one wise, I'd take Kaiju number 8 over Solo Leveling. Right. But come season 2 of Kaiju number 8, I'd probably take season 2 of Solo Leveling over it. Right. Even though Kaiju number 8, like the first 3 episodes are going to be kind of slow.
Right.
For summer. And then it will pick up and it will get good. But like Dan to Dan, right? Very, very good animation, good storytelling. It's just not my style of anime. So I didn't have it on my top 5. But objectively speaking, it might be it would probably be the 3rd best one on here.
Okay, so I'm going to let's bring up.
Because both of these are better.
Hold on 1 second. Let me show you something here. This is 2024 nominees, not the winners, but the nominees. So anime of the year was Bocchi the Rock. I don't know that one. Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, The Village Arc, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Oshi no Ko, which I thought, if that's the one I think it is.
That was when it was still good, yeah.
Yeah, that was that was a good show. And Vinland Saga Season 2 was just so boring. Best continuing series: Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu.
Attack on Titan Season 4 was ass.
Yeah, right. One Piece, Spy. Yeah, Vinland Saga Season 2. So, okay, almost the same as Anime of the Year. Best new series: Bocchi. What the hell is Bocchi the Rock?
I don't know, dude. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a rock band one. Chainsaw Man.
Not going to watch it.
Which deserves to be up there. Hell's Paradise does. Heavenly Delusion. I don't know that one either.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I don't know what that one's about. And
2023 must have been a really weak year for anime.
Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Oh, that was funny. It was all right. The zombie apocalypse, and he's just happy he doesn't have to go to work anymore. So he lives it to the fullest. It's a good one, actually. I like
Black Clover. Definitely deserves, or actually, I would take Kaguya-sama Love is War: The First Kiss over Black Clover.
I don't think I saw the Black Clover movie.
You did. We talked about it it was on Netflix. Yeah, we talked about it on my channel.
Okay, I don't even remember it.
We talked about it like the week it came out.
Okay. All right, I don't remember it. Okay, so one of those original ones. I love Akaba Maid War.
Yeah.
I wish it got a season 2, but I guess it's not.
It's over. I thought they finished it.
Maybe one season.
They finished it in one season.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was a weak year though.
Let's see, best animation. The first part. Oh no, wait. That special is actually it's got better animation.
Okay. Chainsaw Man was all right. Mob has its own, style.
Yeah, and 3 the animation's pretty good too. So
yeah. Not bad.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, they get so much shit for the one fight where the animation was ass. Listen, for Season 2 there, they like their animators quit. And like the animation was ass that the rest of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Because they got overworked and they're like, fuck this. Like,
yeah. But you see that like they just these judges pick the same ones
for every category.
Dude.
It's because they don't watch.
There might be 10 or 12 that they don't watch like we do. Like we
you know who should be a judge? Slender Dad and Little Chad.
Oh God, yeah. I would totally back them.
They should be the judges for next time.
I liked My Happy Marriage. I thought that was a good one. My Love Story with Yamada.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
What's that about?
I see it all the time. It's a romance.
But at level 99? Oh yeah, he's like a super gang. No, he's a super gamer. But he doesn't have much of a personality outside of gaming. But he's like, yeah, I watched, I think, an episode of this.
Okay.
2 episodes. It wasn't bad. I just didn't follow up on it. I gotta remember that one. Let me boop.
But yeah, they have dog shit judges.
Again,
and you get dog shit categories, and none of them actually deserve it.
Oh, Mashal finally gets one. Okay, there we go.
Was that a 2023 show?
So it was 2023 and 2024.
Okay, so this should have been on this list too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous that
based on how they do it.
Yeah. Best action. Okay. But that's what kills me. There's other stuff out there. I'm trying to, where's the best isekai? Oh, here's best main characters. Did you see isekai?
I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Maybe it's farther down.
Put yours back up. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying I have like best voice actors, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't even say what character they played. All right. This is Armin.
That pissed me off too.
This is Armin, right? This is Armin.
Okay, but
this
you have to look it up.
This is Okarun. I already know this is Okarun because he got he was fighting with people on Twitter.
Okay.
This is probably Alia or the sister.
Right. Hold on real quick. See, 2024, they showed you who the person was, the character.
Abby is Nezuko. Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, it just makes no sense.
Oh, wait, go back to that one real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Austin.
All of these, I've met 4 of these people on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're like, Johnny Young Bosch was in Power Rangers. He was one of the Black Rangers. Austin is Karma from Assassination Classroom. So I met him dressed as Karma. I met Abby like last month. So like I've met a lot of these people and they're actually really good voice actors.
Yeah, no, and I wouldn't not say that, but then you go to yours and you don't even know who the hell the person is.
Yeah, I don't know is this Freerin or is it Fern?
Or is it Fern? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, am I supposed to do research? You guys should be telling me so I could go, oh yeah, I like that character. That was a good voice.
And then when I go to Japan, I'm like,
yeah, again, who's who?
They chose like the same shows.
Same exactly, dude.
And it's like
it's the same, dude. It is the same with the year before.
Like, why? Like, they need. The funny thing is, when you think of award shows, you want to be like, what's the best, right? Well, you know what you should do? You should go to something like My Anime List, right?
Right.
Let me put that online, right? You should go to something like My Anime List. Well, what are the top rated here out of people, right? Let me shut off isekais, because otherwise I'll just have stuff, right? So this is this season, right? This one, I haven't even watched this, right? It's an 8.29.
What is it?
Uma Muse. So let's see what it says. Cinderella Gray, right? So this is a spin-off title by Side Games, right? So this is an 8.29. I haven't watched it, right? This Fire Force season 3 needs to be lower because it's all over the place and animation's a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's still like, I don't know if each season has their own rating, but that's like all over the place. Windbreakers 7.9, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why are these? I love how this is a 7.7.
Yeah.
I call it 5 retards and a cat having or living their best life.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the characters' names except for the one with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I love this show
because of that one all the way to the right. Is that which one is that? Up one. This one.
Go Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. But
Me either. What is it on? Is that a Crunchyroll
Disney
or is
Plus.
Oh, is it really? All right.
So Sail the Seas or something if you don't have it.
Hmm.
But like right here, who knows if Medalist will get voted? But Crimson says it's one of the best animes he's watched. And that's on Disney Plus as well. Medalist. It's like this guy's a coach and he's teaching like ice skating to these girls and stuff. So he's teaching ice skating.
Sure, he likes it.
Yeah, well, Crimson said it was great, right?
I take Crimson. We should have had them on to talk about it too.
And listen, if this show isn't for like best comedy or best romance,
I did watch the first episode of that. I thought it was pretty funny.
It would be a nightmare, like not a nightmare. It would be a tragedy, right? Because you watch any anime, you tell me who loves his girlfriends more than Rentaro.
Right.
You can't tell me a single person in anime, not even the yanderes that will kill you that loves their girlfriend more than Rentaro does.
Right.
Right? There is a joke at the end of season 2 where he says what he loves about every character, and the voice actor is just going, and they slow it down at one point, and it's 4 full screen boxes or 2 full screen boxes twice.
Yeah.
Of everything he loves about each one of his girlfriends.
That's awesome. Dude.
So if this isn't in best romance or best comedy, it would be a tragedy.
Yeah.
Right. This one should be in best original anime because it has no source material. They just made it on that, right?
So what we see though is there's a lot of good ones out there. I love that one with the dad who becomes
if this isn't in best isekai,
or even
like
comedy.
It should be in best isekai.
It's hilarious, dude.
It's so good.
It is. I apologize. We got to wrap it up though.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, my bad.
No worries.
I do appreciate you hanging with me, and hopefully we can make your corner and this show a little bit more. Maybe I might talk to you about starting a little earlier. But thank you to everybody for checking out the show. If you didn't get to watch it while we were here, definitely watch it on replay. Biggles, anything going on with you?
I'm doing a birthday stream, not this Friday, but next Friday.
Okay.
So Sporking, I'm going to send you a link whether you want to come or not.
Yeah, man.
But we're doing it because that's the last day before I leave, because I'm going on vacation for my birthday, so I'll be running around in Pennsylvania. But next Monday we're going to be hanging out, Crimson and Little Chad, and you always have an invite. Lethal always has an invite, so.
Well, I will try to definitely make it next weekend.
Oh, and I got my Stitch Black Magna shirt today. Dude, he finished drawing it for me.
That is awesome. Who drew that?
The Stitch Tunes guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so good. All right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you Saturday for Aluminum Spork, where we talk about Joe Rogan talking to oh God, I always screw up his name. Was the Dr. Was and other things that are weird in the world. Conspiracies, aliens, all that good stuff. But until then, we'll see you then or something later.
They've done great. They've done great. We got Culture Casino out there. We got Sporking News Podcast. We got author Stephen Walton. We've got Lorena Creel. We've got Vigilante Williamson. We got Jake D. I'm forgetting someone. Oh my God. I'll remember it later.